Don't come to the club and start talking about what we've done in the past. Talk about what you haven't done anything.
He's won a trophy this season.
I said this season. You ain't got a trophy.
This is like...
Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to another episode of Podcast Pundits. I'm Drayman, back in the booth, back in the hot seat, repping Man United, as you already know. And before we get into United, let's just bring in who we got round the room with us today. Start with you, Marley Mar. We missed you.
Cheers, bro. Cheers. Fresh off a plane from South Africa, Cape Town, and Joburg. Amazing time out there. Sun shining, lovely people. Lovely food, lovely wine. Been a good little break.
You 1 year.
you know them way. You know them way. No, it's a solid trip, man. I'm ready to get out of here. I think I think you all know this. I'm ready to get out of this town, bro. I'm ready to get out of this town.
I don't think you're the only one.
Yeah, no, everyone's going through it, man. Everyone's, you know what I mean, the cost to actually just live in this country at the minute, brother, is too much. It's too much. So yeah, man. No, but a good trip overall. Realign my chakras. And yeah, come back to London to be with my boys. Talk about football. Talk about Man United again.
There we go. Moving on, Joey.
Yo, it's your boy Joey Nomadic, aka Liverpool's #1 supporter, here to enjoy all things football. Back momentarily. I've got a feeling we're gonna run away again, but yeah, let's make haste while the sun shines. I think it's the same.
Why come you keep stuttering when you say this #1 supporter?
Nah, because I was just like looking, my eyes was just drawn to one hater on the screen, bro. I was just gauging your reaction to everything I was saying.
And last but not least, Strives.
Yeah, man, it's your boy Strives, aka Striver, representing Arsenal. Yeah, man, I ain't got no Arsenal apparel. Oh, no, I don't know if I said it correctly this time, but the hat. Obviously, the hat. Yeah. Obviously, I've got to represent the squad. Obviously, top of the league. You know, taking over from Joey Nomadic. So yeah, man. It's an honor to be on a podcast in this capacity. I've not been in this position for about a season. So yeah, it's good to be here. And obviously, if it's international duty, you guys know that I represent England and Nigeria. But yeah, man, here to wrap it up with the boys. And yeah, just touching on what Marley Mar said, man. I've been done with this country, man. And this country's been done with me, man. They always try to get me out of here, bruv, man. I've got another running with them shortly. So yeah, man.
Wait, is that an actual Arsenal hat or is it just the A hat?
No, it's an Arsenal hat. Still,
okay.
The A, yeah, man.
Yeah,
Arsenal,
right.
New era hats, yeah?
Yeah, come on, man. I'm moving like Ty, bro, man. I got all the gear now.
No, I respect it. Did you hear about this 20% tax there? They're still proposing it and it's getting harder. The calls are getting harder, but it's 20% on all your assets if you leave the UK.
Oh, is it? Is that I know I've read something that they're trying to propose if you earn something like 46,000 and above, that you're gonna get an extra tax, some sort of tax. I don't know, some sort of premium tax, which just makes
that if you're abroad or?
No, I think just even if you live here, like
raising the threshold. I guess. Yeah, but it's nasty.
Yeah. Like, it's very nasty. And if you're noticing, most of the wealthy people are leaving the country. They're going out and they're going to different countries and setting up like tax vehicles elsewhere. And I don't know. I don't know if it's some sort of deliberate ploy to
100%.
basically run the country into the ground by getting rid of all the wealthy people and having all the dependent people. I don't know. Let me not even get into a theory that I haven't into it, man. I haven't fashioned it yet, but I'm just. I know something's at work here, but I haven't worked out what they're doing yet.
So the other thing I heard. Go on, Mike.
No, I was going to say they're trying to make it a renters market, right? Because they're just trying to make it so incapable to actually buy things. So what's happening is a lot of foreign owners are obviously investing into London. I think New York's going through it as well. Their rents are through the roof. London's the same. As you said, it's hard to kind of understand what these These wealthy lot are how they're moving these chessboards, bruv. But
I can tell you, bro.
sounds like Joey's got something.
Saying, I don't know if you've heard it, but it's you'll own nothing and you'll be happy. Have you yeah. That's exactly what it is, bro, man. If I'm going to be honest, man. But the other thing is that they're saying apparently they're trying to crash the US dollar, or the dollar index, so that the debt that they have to repay is devalued, innit? So they're paying less money, than they're basically just making it hyperinflation as much as possible so they can pay off all their debts. And obviously digital currencies come in and all that. So
it's crazy. It's crazy time to be alive, man, especially in this country. But back to football. Obviously, you can catch us on Insta and on X at Podcast Pundits _, and on TikTok, it's just at Podcast Pundits. Give us a like, give us a follow, give us a comment, interact with us. Burnley be right, Stribes. Let's go straight into it. Burnley 0, Arsenal 2. Arsenal extended their lead at the top of the Premier League with a 2-0 win over Burnley at Turf Moor. I just have to go straight into the talking point that I was talking to Marley off the pod. Arsenal have now gone 7 straight matches without conceding. Is this the best defensive unit in the Premier League?
Oh, come on, man. What is it sky blue? I don't know what you're talking about. But Sky on is Arsenal's kit red. Do Manchester United call themselves the Red Devils? Like, how many more stupid questions do you want to ask about? Come on.
Wait, Dre, do you mean this season or ever?
You definitely mean
never. No.
I mean, you can't say ever. Like, we haven't done enough to say ever. Like, this crop of boys, they need to win silverware, and not just any silverware. They got to win the big stuff in order to even enter the conversation. And even if we win the Premier League or Champions League, it still would be difficult to enter them into the conversation, because you got some legendary partnerships that have won stuff, like Vidic and Rio come to mind, Carvalho and Terry come to mind. You know, I'm sure Arsenal, we've got we got a couple in there as well, like your freaking
Adam Skeon.
Adam Skeon, exactly. I'm trying to think who's Cole Campbell.
Is that the question you heard in terms of like defensive partnership or just defense on the whole?
No. I mean, I think when you was just asking Drayman if it was of all time, like, I'm just saying that even if we it'd be difficult to put this iteration of Arsenal's defense into an all-timer conversation, because they haven't got any accolades to warrant that entrance into that combo. But if you was gonna have like an off-record conversation, I would say, yeah, man, you got to put these boys in there. Like, I think Saliba,
3 conceded now. 3 conceded for your defense as a whole. No, not just Saliba and Gabriel, including Raya and your fullbacks as well. Yeah. That's going into comparing it with Jose Mourinho's the one that only conceded 14 territory.
It's good, but they at least got to play 20 games. So, like, come on, boys.
No. Obviously, we're talking about by the end of the season. Because Strive said they have to win silverware. I don't think you have to win silverware to be the best defense.
Just to enter that all-timer conversation. To enter that all-timer conversation, I think you'll get a bit more. You'll get a lot more pushback if they haven't got anything to show for it. Because ultimately, if Arsenal didn't win anything this season, no one's going to care that we've gone 10 games and only conceded 3 goals. Or, you know what I mean? No one's going to care about that 10 Premier League games, should I say?
If you concede less than 14, you'll be the record holders if you concede less than 14.
But if we concede less than 14, then we'd have won the Prem, and then enter us in the conversation.
Not necessarily.
No, very necessarily.
All right then. Cool.
But let's go back to the game. And
glad you know.
Strives, in terms of the game, I know we picked on it last week as well. We keep coming back to it. But you had Gyökeres, who opened the scoring with a header from a corner. And then after that, he went off injured. And then the next 45 minutes were very different. So is this what you were alluding to last week, where in terms of...
Come on, boys, man. I tell you guys, man, you guys don't put enough credit on this football brain that you have sitting before you, chopping it up with you guys. Because obviously you guys knew I took a break and went into the fight market, UFC, boxing. You guys started to forget that, man. I know my football, man. Not only am I a great player of the game, I'm a great reader and an analyzer of the game as well. And you guys forgot about that. And I can only corroborate that by saying a lot of my takes on this podcast have proven to come true. And obviously this one might be still cooking, but so far, man, it's looking like that that take is cooking up to be another true one. Like I've always said, Arsenal need a striker. It'll take us to the next level. And you guys thought that just meant a prolific goal scorer that emulates Henry's, Henry's aesthetics or the feats Henry eventually achieved, but not necessarily. You just need a striker that gives us a different form and level of play. Someone that stays up top, someone that occupies the defenders, someone that takes the shine off of Saka sometimes, or off your Trossard or your Martinelli's kind of thing. Someone that leaves the defenders pinned back so much that it gives to the midfielders, your Declan Rice and your Zubis, the space to operate in and to look as brilliant as they look. And the moment you miss and you lose that presence, the game changes a little bit. And I think we saw that a little bit. I know it's just Burnley, you could say, but this is the same just Burnley that gave Liverpool torrid time. Like Liverpool beat them in the literal last minute via a penalty with Mo Salah, and Burnley was down to 10 men. So these are no chumps. You get what I'm saying? No one in the Premier League are chumps, to be fair. And it just goes to show, like the moment Gyökeres came off the pitch, it looked it's alleged that he's picked up a bit of a muscle strain.
Yeah.
Which isn't good to hear, but we could see that the change in gameplay. And I asked those people that had a lot to say about Gyökeres, Joey included, like, what are you man saying now? And yeah, man.
Sorry, what did you ask me?
Yeah, like, what are you man saying now, innit? Like
about what in terms of
about Gyökeres and stuff, and about his
no, bro. I've been very consistent in what I've said about Victor Gyökeres. I just think he's in terms of going forward and an attacking player, he's very ugly to watch, bro. Like I said, Levi Jeans. It's not that he doesn't work hard. I feel we also called him Victor Nunez, bro. Like he does work hard.
Did you see the goal that he scored on the weekend?
Bro, it's ugly. It's one of the, like I said to Strives, bro. Like if he's banging ugly goals, imagine what numbers he's gonna get if he starts scoring handsome goals, bro. Innit? So I said that, but my thing about Gyökeres is that it's never been his ability to score, or his ability to be a pest or run hard, run till it hurts. He's just an ugly player, bruv.
Well,
Victor Gyökeres, Chris Wood, same thing, bruv. Like,
no. Chris Woods is don't allow it. Chris Woods is a classy finisher, bro.
Okay, all right. So I'm doing Chris Wood injustice, but
that's it. No.
That's what you meant.
Chris Woods is a better striker than Gyökeres. I just said that Gyökeres is ugly, but he's an effective striker.
Yeah, but
even Haaland isn't that pretty.
You lot can keep talking about this ugly stuff, and I don't know if you lot think that when you say this, it hurts Arsenal fans' feelings.
No, bro, that's the point. That's not the point.
But you labour that point a lot, and I'm just here to tell you, we don't care.
No, bro. Again, I'm not labouring that.
That's good because when you stop winning games, bruv, let's remember that you're happy with this, yeah.
No. Wait, just to clarify.
Yeah.
Just clarify. I'm not labouring the point. It's because you lot keep on misconstruing my point to try and say, oh, well, he's doing this or he's doing that.
But
I'm just saying he's ugly. That's it.
You often say that in response to me
pulling me out.
Case that Gyökeres is an effective player and he is an effective striker for Arsenal. And if your retort is always going to be Levi Jeans or whatever nonsense that you lot are saying, I'm just like,
nah, you're lying. You're misrepresenting my argument because I've always said that he's very effective.
You're right.
Yeah, exactly. So again, but when I clear the records, you say that I'm labouring this point. No, I'm just saying he's gonna bang goals. He's a goal scorer. I expect 20 goals from him because he's a good goal scorer. But when he plays, it looks like he's exactly, bro.
Who actually cares? Who cares if he's effective in
you care,
gameplay?
Bro. You care because you always snap back at me, bro. You care, bro. You care, bro. You care. Ted cares. Dog cares. Raf cares. All these men care, bro.
They all care.
Bro.
Back in the day when I was a different man, if I was out there and I'm out there looking for ladies and it got to a point where I'm like, I don't really care what she looks like. I don't care what she looks like. I'm here to get my end goal. Once I got my end goal, bro, I was still happy, bro. Beauty's in the eye of the beholder. My neighbor might say, yo, she's Capricorn, but I'm happy because I.
Are you man gonna let him lie like this, bro? Because everybody knows there's the time where you look in the mirror and you have to wash your face and you say, "What have I done?" So don't try it.
I've just done it too many times.
Bro.
Did Gyökeres do his signature Did he do his signature celebration after
He did,
that,
bro.
that goal?
He
Was
does
it not the,
he
the
makes
slow
sure
one?
Yeah,
he
no,
makes sure.
no, Dre.
He
He
makes sure he
edited
gets
it
his
now.
signature.
Before I counted, bro, he used to do like at least 3 seconds. Yeah, now
Yeah.
it's like 0.002
doesn't-
seconds.
he doesn't
Now
quicken
it's-
it.
He just goes like that. He's ashamed, bro.
He's not
ashamed.
ashamed, bro. He's
Definitely ashamed.
He's
You're
not
right.
ashamed, man.
You're right, because I thought
He's-
he was gonna. I actually saw it. I saw it when he done it. I was like, he might do it again because that wasn't for long enough.
Yeah, bro. And even
because-
against Atletico Madrid as well, bro.
Because
you went straight over his head.
in Portugal, it's not a community spirit like it is at Arsenal. So they're used to letting him celebrate on these ones, and he gets to ping off to another side of the pitch. But before he gets a chance to lift his hand to do the celebration, the rest of the boys are already celebrating with him. It's community, bro. It's
All right.
community.
If you think so.
Right.
Yes.
That's what
I'm
it
telling
is.
you, they're triggered, bro, man. Anytime you just say that this
I
guy's
actually
butters,
don't-
it's fine.
No,
Like,
I'm not.
if-
I swear to you, I promise you, I'm not triggered. I look at the league table and I see that you're 7 points behind. I'm not triggered, bro. You're 7 points behind us, and all of our players are injured, bro. Like we're legit
all your
having an
players are
injury
injured.
crisis.
What's going on here, bro?
All of our
What do
players
you
are
mean?
Odegaard's gone. Havertz is gone. Jesus is gone. Saka's just returned. Martinelli's gone.
Saka's
Djokovic
just
now is
returned.
gone. Yeah, Saka's
He returned
returned,
way
not
before the
long ago.
international break, but what are you talking
Listen,
about?
it doesn't matter, bro. We've had injuries.
Why are you
and
lying?
we've still got injuries.
Bruv,
bro.
innit?
I'm not
Why
lying.
you adding injuries then?
Why
If you got injuries, why are you lying, bro?
Exactly.
Jesus is never available. Let's start
Never,
there.
bro.
Bro,
Never, bro.
Havertz and Odegaard. Who else?
No, you can't just. What do you
That's
mean?
it.
Just have it.
That's it.
Everyone,
That's it.
bro. We've got an
If the
extensive.
table's
Who else?
We've got an
It's gone.
extensive injury list. Extensive.
Havertz, Odegaard.
I've named them all, bro. Not even all of them, bro. No,
Havertz,
Norgard was
Odegaard.
injured. He's just come back. Hincapie, he's only just come back. What are you talking about? This is the same depth that has got us into the quarterfinals of the Carabao Cup. Got us in the top 3 of the Champions League.
Odegaard,
Yeah,
all right,
true.
we'll give
Bro,
you
no,
Yeah.
our whole squad is valuable, though.
One
Marlon.
starter, bro. One starter. For
yeah.
real. No, that's true. That is true.
All of
But
us. All of us.
both points are true. One starter and your whole squad is valuable as well. But it's one starter.
No,
bro.
but it's not. What do you mean one starter, brother? Who's the starter?
Odegaard.
Even I even forgot about Noni Madueke. Oh my diddy.
Oh, bro.
Is he a
Madueke.
star? Is he a star?
Bro,
No,
was he
he's
was
not
he
a starter.
starting?
He's
Was
not
he
a starter,
starting?
bro. He's
Was
not
he
a starter.
starting? Was
He's
he
not a
starting
starter.
before he was injured?
You've
Was
named
he
3.
starting before he was injured?
I'll give you Madueke, but that's you give you three players, bro.
No,
And
bro, we've
you've got
got
a
Pep.
humongous squad, bro.
All I'm trying to say to you,
And it's 10 games in, bro. Like it's
Gentlemen,
not a case. It's not a case of like players
Hey,
are
hey, guys.
tired, so you need to rotate.
guys,
bruv. At
I
the
don't
minute,
know why you guys are fighting me so much. All I'm trying to say to you, my guys,
Yeah, go on.
is that we haven't
not
even
fighting.
hit year 3 yet. We're
Yeah.
year 2 at the moment, and we're
Mm.
top, and we're like top with 6 or 7 points between us and whoever's second.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
don't even look at the league table like that no more.
No, you're lying. You're lying,
Yeah,
bro.
you're
You
lying,
told
bro.
us. You told us
I
50 times how many
Bro,
points with
honestly.
you.
J-Man, as a host, you got to challenge
No,
this
no,
Arsenal
this is
cap,
what I was
bruv,
gonna
because
say to him.
even
No,
when they're
no.
winning, bruv, they lack excuses. I don't understand
No,
it.
no, that's what I was
it's
gonna
not-
just
the
about to
victim-
say.
I told you, the victimhood is a
That's what I
generational
was gonna
curse,
say,
bro.
though.
No,
It's a generational curse, bro.
Draymond, where's the excuse? Because now he's telling
No,
you
no,
there's an excuse. What excuse have I made?
No, I was
All
just
I'm-
gonna
all
say
I'm saying
I
it's a
don't know
good
why you
it's a
mentioned
good
injuries,
thing.
bruv.
It's a good thing you're
But
winning
we're having
because
an
if you
injury
was
crisis.
losing, the injuries list would be reeled off every week. So
Yeah,
just
100%.
ignore the injuries.
No,
man.
but of course, bro. Like when you're winning and stuff, and you're happy, you deal with the things that you're not happy about behind closed doors.
Nah.
But try and know that us Arsenal fans, we have a keen eye on that growing injury list, bro. That injury list that hampered
That's
us
true.
severely last season, and that's why we only finished second, like because of that crazy injuries list plus PGMOL. When Liverpool had a similar injury list 2 seasons ago, they fell off a cliff, brother, and ended up like 5th or something like that. I
Third,
can't
what are you
remember.
talking about? What are you talking? We finished
third
third,
then.
like, bro.
I can't remember.
By
bro.
4
Third,
points.
fifth,
What's man talking about, bro?
Exactly.
What's he
third,
on
fifth,
about,
whatever,
bro?
bro. Third, fifth.
Strash,
But all
you-
I'm saying,
you
we
said-
never finished. We never finished.
you
third.
said
We
that
finished
you-
second with that.
You said you haven't hit third gear yet. What does third gear look like to you?
Saka's not been like playing like Bukayo
Yeah,
Saka
yeah,
for
yeah.
me. Like he's kind of like I
Since
don't
last
I
season,
don't like
to be
speaking.
fair.
I don't like speaking like about him like this, but he's kind of stunk a little bit. Like Martinelli's been good. Obviously, Gyökeres has been effective, but I don't feel like we've got him at optimum yet. Like you guys
Still
are
moving
calling me
shy.
play. I feel like there's some more effectivity that can be introduced to his play, a bit more sharpness, a little bit more guile. I think he played really well against Burnley and looked very nice. there was a pass that he played, I think, to Deckers. Whew, chef's kiss, man. And I think there's more of that in the locker. So I don't feel like that's been unlocked. I don't think Eze has been unlocked fully yet. So I just feel like there's bare players. I think just our back line and our goalkeeper, they're literally carrying us through, to be honest with you. And I feel like the rest of them they're still just finding they're biding their time, they're building their connections, the chemistry is getting like the chemical bonds between the players and the synergies, everything's getting stronger. I don't think we're at gear 3 just yet. And I think you guys should be scared about that.
But I was going to say, how crucial is Declan Rice? Or how crucial has he become?
He's one of the best, if not the best. I remember saying, a couple seasons ago, 105 million, and that was the 5. We ain't even spent the 5 yet. Those add-ons, we ain't even achieved them yet. So let's call it 100 mil. That's 100 mil well spent, bro. In fact, West Ham, take more of my money. And I remember when I said this before, like a few weeks later, I had my football fan friends trolling me, saying Declan Rice they can't receive the ball in a half turn, etc., blah blah blah. But fast forward, bro, this guy's just standing the test of time. Once upon a time, Declan Rice was a centre back at West Ham, or was it at Chelsea? Wherever he was a centre back. Then he became this DM. No one knew he was going to be a player that is so effective offensively as well as defensively. What we've got in Declan Rice,
he was at West Ham. He was effective offensively at West Ham, to be fair.
At the same way he is at Arsenal?
No, of course not, because he's been utilised differently. But he definitely showed the signs and the technical ability to be offensive in the advanced half of the pitch.
Yeah, and you know what? It's good that you can recognise that now. But when Arsenal bid for 80 mil and then we were forced to bid a little bit more, there was a lot of people that said that we're overpaying. Like now, I'm saying, I don't think we paid enough.
Yeah, no, that's fair. Quick question though. With you said again, you mentioned about not getting into third gear, and you've mentioned a couple of players who aren't playing well, and that your defense is kind of carrying you through the games. Again, last week I mentioned it. You said you're not worried. Is there a possibility that your attack doesn't carry you through the game, and then your defense isn't as reliable as it is? No, in fact, I think your defense is going to be reliable for the whole season. But is there a problem? Is there I think you get it.
I get the question, and it's a good question, and I'm at fear of contradicting myself here, but I do feel that although I don't feel like the attack has gelled just yet, I feel like the attack has been competent and has been enough to compete at, I can't say the highest level, but high enough that we still look like a force to be reckoned with. Because what Arsenal has shown, and what even when we're on the offense has shown, is every team is like there's a massive narrative that it's not enjoyable to watch Arsenal, but that's never Arsenal's fault. It's always the teams we're playing. I've never ever thought or imagined ever that a Pep Guardiola team would play with 2 banks of 5. But he was forced to do that against Arsenal. Yeah, I think the only team that just seems stubborn and will come out and play against Arsenal is Liverpool. They're the only maniacs that will do that. And I can't wait for them to do that at the carpet, because we'll pick them off then. But they got away with it at Anfield. But everyone else, they just sit back. And because they just sit back, it makes it look as if it's an Arsenal thing. But the only common denominator is that they're doing it against Arsenal. But actually, if you look at all the stats and stuff, it will show you that, in fact, we're probably ranking in the top 5 for all the offensive stats in the league. And I think I even read something that we've reached the opponent's box more than any other team in the league. So I think offensively, although I want more and expect more, and I might be at fear of contradicting myself, I think because of my high standards, I expect more. But actually, we've done enough. Look at what we've done with Atletico Madrid. Look at how we look at the Champions League. Any team that decides to actually play us, we pick them apart. So to answer your question, Joey, I think we would be okay if, let's say, the set pieces started to dry out. I feel like we'd find another way. I feel like Arsenal, what makes Arsenal so scary nowadays is we have more than one way to pick apart a team. And I'm not even saying that in any boastful way. I think everybody would agree with that.
But have you picked apart teams or gotten the first opening goal in more than one way though? Because obviously you've banged other goals in that way, but the first goal has always been it's not. It's always
more time than not, it's been a set piece. But
yeah.
I don't mind. I don't mind that. I'm not offended by that. And if you're now saying, "Oh, I want to see the first goal be open play goal," all right, cool. That could be another side mission. Because you know what, I can see Arsenal seem like this is it's very comfortable as a fan. And you man haven't felt like this for a while. I mean, Joey may have, but I know you Manchester United fans.
What do you mean may
like
have? You clearly know I have, bro. I felt like it. Who are you talking about, bro?
Why are you biting at everything, bro? This is what I was saying. But I know the Manchester United boys, they felt like this for a while. But sitting back and watching your team literally do side missions, as in we're no longer just trying to win a game. We're no longer just trying to keep a clean sheet. We're trying to make sure you don't even have a shot. I'm watching the last few minutes or last few seconds of the Burnley game, and them lot are breaking on a counter attack, and all of a sudden, all of my Arsenal team have freaking tracked all the way back and cut that ball out, and to say they don't even want Burnley to have a shot, much less even break their clean sheet record. It's like, we're doing side missions. I used to put that would only be reminiscent of a Pep Guardiola team. I used to be like, Man City's running away and taking the piss with the league so much that my man's setting himself up with sidebar missions. My club doesn't deserve to be doing that. We ain't won a trophy in 5 seasons or so yet, other than the Charity Shield honours. But yet we're setting ourselves thinking.
In this nonsense stuff, bro, you don't get honours for, bro. All you do is go into your Arsenal groups and notch each other off. Bruv, who gives a shit, bro? Who gives? They're gonna have a shot on goal, bruv. What me and Dre have experienced, and what Jules experienced, bruv. We've experienced trophies, bruv, honors, celebrations.
So have I. I've experienced trophies as well.
How long ago, bro? How long ago?
I mean, how long ago did you experience your Premier League title? You're not that far away, fam.
So if it's Premier League, it's more recent than you. But the point is, you said we haven't. It's been a while since we've enjoyed our team.
Am I lying?
No, but because you won a trophy recently.
Come on, Marley, come on, look. I know you.
I was at the game. I was at the game. I was at we was at Wembley, bro. We enjoyed.
Was that the Man City one?
The Man City one, bro.
Yeah, that was a good performance.
How can you say we haven't enjoyed it? What
no. I'm not saying you haven't. I'm not saying you haven't enjoyed your team. Full stop. But
are you talking about side missions?
Yeah, when you sit back and you sit back with a comfortability where you're watching your team, and it's almost it's like inevitable. It's like, all right, cool. Like a set piece is inevitable. The win is most likely coming. All right, boys. I don't want you to win like this now. I want you to win like I'm seeing. Go on X, yeah.
What?
Yeah, listen, go on X, yeah, and you'll see tweets, yeah. You'll see the Arsenal fans going, all right, today I want a Gyökeres goal. I want a clean sheet. Sorry, I said shit. My bad. I want a clean sheet. I don't want a shot on target. And then after the game, we'll just be doing tick, tick. You man ain't done that for a minute.
I don't really want to do that. I just care about the win.
You really care about
unless you're doing a bet builder, bro.
In it, bro. Bet builders, bro. Man's doing prop bets, bro.
Hey, Strav.
Sorry. No, I don't want to question your joy. You're happy, bro. Stay happy, bro. Stay happy, bro.
One of my guys was saying that the reason why you're able to kind of limit teams to no shots on target, or is it how many shots? Is it no shots as well, or just no shots on target?
It's mainly the shots on target.
Yeah, it's because of your pragmatic approach. So when the teams are on the attack, you are getting everybody behind the ball quickly, but then that also affects how your ability to get men forward and actually kind of proliferate the other team's defense, because all your men are doing doggies on the way back, but they're unable to do doggies forward because no team's really built like that. So he's saying that he thinks the wheels are going to fall off because you are only opening teams from set pieces. You're too pragmatic to basically. He's an Arsenal fan. He says you're too pragmatic to go forward and open teams up from open play. But once you've got the goal and you have that cushion, then you're able to basically play a bit more openly. But he's saying because of that pragmatism, if there's an issue where you're unable to score from a set piece, then you're likely to just basically focus on holding up defensively, and that's going to be your downfall, he reckons. But maybe that's just the kind of the old fear that where you haven't seen it over the line.
It might be. I think it might be more old fair. I think like if is it your friend or colleague? Your friend, yeah.
Friend, yeah.
Yeah. I think if he like goes on YouTube and just you know that there's some people that breaks down the game and breaks down like the transitions, the tactics and gameplay. Yeah, might afford some insights. I can't remember it word for word, and I might even I might even like sabotage it if I try to explain it. But there's a way that I've seen described in the way that Arsenal build up attacks, and I've been looking for it. Yeah, and in fact, B-Man was discussing this with me earlier, and it's something that I think is ringing pretty true, that we're building up in a way that I don't think the rest of the Premier League has clocked on yet. In terms of like, I feel like our DM is pulling out wide and drawing the opposition along with them, which is opening it up for us to, let's say Zubi, for instance, might pull out wide. We would then play it to Saka or something. Saka might then play the ball back to like a Raya or something, and a Raya will go long to hit Gyökeres, or might even go long to hit Saka again. So basically what I'm trying to say is I feel like the way that we're progressing the ball is different to how we have done in previous seasons. So although we are getting bare men back and it looks like we're doing doggies, it's not like we're having to progress it all the way forward, because you've always got that point, that target man. Like, remember when I said Gyökeres is helping us by just staying in the fence? He's always kind of there. So once we've done that little, whatever that play is in that middle, like I said, go on YouTube and just check out those tacticians. Like, I can't remember who, so I can't quote them word for word, but it's like our DM will pull out wide. We're opening up a space. We'll go out to the wing. We'll play it back centrally, and then we'll go long and hit. And then that's how we're going quite direct, and we're hitting people. And that's probably how we're beating a lot of people's press and stuff like that. And with Gyökeres staying so far up, we're getting an opportunity where I think he's quite, although you might say he's clunky and stuff, he's actually, like, if you monitor and study his game, he's quite decent at holding the ball up. So that gives us an opportunity to obviously they're professional athletes, and it's not like playing Sunday League that the boys are gonna join the final phase in the final third. They're gonna join the attack quicker than you might actually originally give credit for if you're not looking out for it. And I think that's where the trick is. I think whatever Mikel Arteta has tweaked, whatever he's tweaked, the rest of the league hasn't clocked it yet. And where they haven't clocked it yet, I think when we're going long and when we're going direct, and Gyökeres or whoever is up there is holding it up, it's allowing the rest of the team to join in the attack. And then that's what they've not figured out yet. And I don't know if the wheels will fall off doing that unless we get found out, unless we get clocked. And I don't, so far, a quarter of the games being played in the Premier League, it's not looking like they're finding us out anytime soon, I would say. So yeah, man, if Arsenal friend, if you're Arsenal fan friend of Joey, if you're listening, bruv, don't worry, man. This isn't a Liverpool where it's not sustainable.
Wait, so that's it. You've won the league then?
You listen. You see with me, yeah.
The theory goes out the window, bro.
No, it's not even the theory goes out the window. When it comes to me, I feel like everyone tries to, like, they try to get these little sound bites or what have you, or try to get me a record saying something. But I've always said my doubt comes from my gaffer. And it's always come from the gaffer. If it wasn't for that doubt for the gaffer, I would be singing loud, like, from the treetops that we're going to win this league. I said it even before a ball was kicked. Like, when I was so excited about the Gyökeres.
Doubt him this season though.
No, this season actually he's been impressing me. The only game that I found embarrassing was the Liverpool game, because I felt Liverpool was there for the taking, and I didn't like the way we approached that game. But even into his credit, he tried to change things a little bit too late, but he tried to change things. And again, you saw the shift in momentum. So, like, I'm seeing adaptability from Mikel Arteta that I didn't see before. The way that he approached the Nottingham Forest game, I know it was Ange Postecoglou, but I was very impressed with the way he approached that game. Even with Manchester City, I know we drew that game, but I was quite impressed with the way he approached that game. Like, so I'm seeing that adaptability in Mikel Arteta that's actually making me think, you know what, fella? you're starting off well. But for me, this is not the period where I judge him and be like, yeah, you've won me over. The period is normally after this international break that's coming, that's on the horizon. The games that will follow over there when we start getting into Christmas. It's just being announced that the Carabao quarterfinal game is going to be on the 23rd of December. That's 2 days after a game that we're playing against Everton on the 21st of December. So you're playing 2 games in 2 days, and then after that you've got the FA Cup 4th round most likely to play, and then the Champions League starts ramping up, and then the Premier. That's when I want to see what Mikel Arteta's on. Then the January window is open. Have we got injuries to contend with? Can we strengthen? What are you going to do? That's when I need to see what my gaffer's on. Now, when people are like, "Oh, what are you saying about Mikel Arteta now?" I'm like, "Bro, I'm saying the same shit. It's only been 10 games."
Before we
Sorry, what game was on the 23rd?
We're playing the Carabao quarterfinal game against Palace.
Okay, I just to see how you pronounce that word again.
Because I was going to say, before we move off away from
Carabao. Uruguay, yeah.
I mean, hella childish today. I know this is from this morning because you got blacklisted.
I was going to say, before we move away from Arsenal, quickly sum it up, Strides. If Gyökeres faces time out, should Arsenal trust Trossard and maybe Nwaneri up front, or do they need to go in for maybe another January reinforcement?
He's injured as well. Bro, like Marino, it's crazy that I'm saying this, but Marino can do a job up there, bro. Marino is a competent forward player. He's a competent striker. That's crazy, but he is. And then Havertz, we need him back ASAP. We need him back quickly. So yeah, I think we've got enough strength and depth. Like if the players return to deal with Gyökeres being sidelined, and you know what I think as well. I don't even think it's that serious of an injury. This is another thing that I'm impressed with Arteta. Arteta's not running his players down to the ground anymore. Like if they're picking up a little strain, he's like, all right, cool, come off the pitch. Let's precautionary measures, you know.
Yeah,
we've got the strength and depth to get this game over the line. Rest them for the next game. Come again, maybe when we're playing Sunderland, you know. Whereas last year and maybe the year before, Gyökeres would still be playing next year. Saka would still be playing next game. Do you get what I'm saying? But we're actually seeing these players rested. So let's just see, man. You know, there's all the signs are saying that this could be Arsenal's, yeah.
And then obviously, because Gyökeres is not travelling with the squad for the Champions League fixture, and so you're hoping he'll be back for the Premier League one after that. Is that?
Yeah, definitely.
It's Sunderland, isn't it?
Yeah, and Sunderland is going to be a tough game, man, because obviously they got our former capo, Granit Xhaka.
They look good. I'm watching them as we speak. As to why my eyes are away from them. But they look good, boy. Like they're mad aggressive, boy. Like Xhaka. Was he free?
Nah, I don't think he was. Nah,
I don't think he was.
But
yeah, apparently he's come and changed the culture in the dressing room. I've been reading things to say that he's come and changed the culture of the dressing room. They take training so seriously and whatnot. He's a positive influence. Like I wouldn't be surprised to see him get into management. The things that I'm hearing about him. So yeah, man,
he's a captain as well, isn't it? Like no surprise. Obviously, he's coming from good stock in Arsenal and Liverpool. Yeah, so and that makes sense. He's looking good at the minute as well. Like very, very good.
Yeah, man. Sunderland will be a tricky game still, man. So
don't you think that will lend to you though? That they will try and like press and
this is the thing though, Joey. Like every time you think that the teams everyone just seems to just sit back. They just sit back, and then you know what I mean. So yeah. It's strange, and my thing is, yeah, like I mean, it's weird. Like if I was Sunderland, right now Arsenal showing sit back, we're beating you. You might as well have a go. It's not like Unai Emery, like the days are. Everyone's showing this dude how to beat Liverpool. This guy went and done the complete opposite. Like it's not like that. Like you know,
some people just want to play their football though. Like some people believe in their style of football, and that's their thing, innit?
Yeah, that's true, and that's what got Ange Postecoglou sacked.
Yeah, all right, cool. Moving on to the Liverpool game. Liverpool 2, Aston Villa 0. Liverpool returned to winning ways, Joey, after 2-0 victory over Aston Villa at Anfield. Let's just go straight into it. How big was that win psychologically, I should say, after 4 consecutive league defeats?
For me, obviously, it's nice to win a game when you've been on a losing run. Something you got to try and like buck the trend as soon as possible. But I'll be honest, even if we drew that game, for me, it would have had the same effect for me, because it's not that this game is important or unimportant. It's the next one that's more important, because that's where the tests get harder and harder. The goal for us here is to basically try and pick up form from the start of last season and try and get as close to that as possible, especially with Arsenal 7 points clear at the top, leading the pack. That's the challenge for us this season, was retaining the Premier League, and so far we're not doing a good job of it. The only way for us to retain the Premier League is to be winning games consecutively. And if we're just winning this game like we won the Frankfurt game, and then we're coming back and just giving another stinky performance where we're unable to see off the job, then it's pointless. What doesn't also fill me with too much confidence is like Arne Slot. Like after the post-match unit, we didn't hear him talking about long balls or possession or low block or any of those things in it, because that's just not how Aston Villa played against us, like Strives alluded to. They played their football, and if you're going to do a shootout with Liverpool, one thing that we haven't stopped doing this season is creating chances. I think we might be top of the chance created table, or second or something like that. So we're still, even though Salah has been a bit toothless so far this season, he's still getting numbers. We're still creating chances. Other guys have kind of stepped in by the way of Ekitike and Gakpo in terms of getting goals. I think in the last 17 games at Anfield, Gakpo scored 13 goals, maybe even 14. 13 goals in it. So yeah, man. Like the next game is the most important for me.
And you touched on Salah, obviously 250 goals for Liverpool now. It's how does he rank? I would say among the greats at the club, because it was like Ian Rushes and stuff like that. So is he up there?
Number 3. He ranks number 3 in terms of goal scorers. But yeah, no, 100%.
Obviously, but I'm just comparing to all-time greats, isn't it? Where does he rank among the all-time greats?
He's a club legend, man. He's not my favourite. That's Robbie Fowler, even though Robbie Fowler ain't the highest on the list, but he's up there, man. Like what he's done is it's insane, man. It's insane. I don't know, like who's the highest at Man United, or like who's up there in Man United?
What goal scored?
Yeah. Is it Wayne Rooney?
Yeah, I think it is.
Yeah, I think Wayne Rooney's at the top. I think.
Yeah.
That sounds crazy. Actually, let me double check that.
Yeah. And what about Arsenal, Shrav?
I think Thierry Henry, Ian Wright's there. Because I remember there was a big deal about Salah breaking one of Thierry Henry's records or something, right? So
I think he broke the Premier League goal scored record. I think he's just gone past Henry. I think he's gone past Aguero now, maybe as well. But yeah, that's esteemed company to be in, man. And then like people will still kind of cuss him and talk about how he doesn't look good on the ball, kind of like the Gyökeres situation. But who cares, bro? Who cares, man? Like it might look biased to them, or it might look biased to me, whatever. All that matters is that you're doing your job and you're doing it to an elite standard, bro. And then that's
coming up clutch as well.
For life. Coming up clutch, bro. It was a gift. It was a gift of a goal, bro. It was wrapped in. It was wrapped with a bow by Martinez.
I don't know what's wrong with that fella, man.
But I was going to say. Oh, sorry. Go on.
Yeah, no, I was just what I didn't get is Villa don't really play out from the back that much, but they are really dead set on playing at the back against Liverpool. And one thing that impressed me one thing that I was happy to see was the intensity of the press with Szoboszlai playing at the front of that middle three. Yeah. So
they do though. They do, but it always baffles me why they do. Because I remember the first time. The first time I actually noticed it. Like, what they're doing is when they've done it with Mings back there. I was like, what are they doing?
Yeah.
So they definitely do it. Martinez is supposed to be actually pretty good with his feet. Obviously,
he was with Arsenal when he game when he, like I think you mentioned it a few episodes ago when you attributed our success, that FA Cup success, to Martinez. I think that's when we started experiencing decent play out from the back.
Okay.
Because Leno couldn't do it. He was struggling, innit? Yeah, that does ring a bell. Martinez is actually decent. Obviously, he's not known for it. That's not his thing.
And Konza as well. Konza's very composed as well, isn't it?
Yeah,
Konza's good.
Yeah.
Pau Torres had a bit of a.
Is he still there?
He's played.
Okay.
He had a couple of hiccups, man. He's their left-footed centre back. Obviously, when I think Mings is left-footed as well, isn't it?
I think so. That rings. Yeah, that might. That yeah. That
But
Sorry,
the press was good, man. And so we were talking in our group while the game was going on, because obviously a big name was on the bench. Well, two. One was unavailable. The other one was on the bench. Florian Wirtz. So.
Speaking in groups and Florian Wirtz, when he got nutmegged in his box, what was your Liverpool, not the group chat with everyone else in, like, what was the Liverpool group chat like? What was it just like, or is it no comment?
Wait, just to clarify, you interrupted me mid-flow to do what? To do what?
But you mentioned Liverpool group and Wirtz at the same time.
No, that's a
perfect window. That's a perfect segue.
Which one of you lot kicked me, bro? Bro. No, as soon as you did it, obviously, like, people are in today's day, nobody's watching at the same time, innit? Like, everybody's like 1 minute, 2 seconds, 20 seconds, innit? So I think I might have been the earliest to see it, bro. So I had to go back and warn the guys for the future about what's around.
Hey guys,
it was nasty, bro. Everybody individually, when they saw it, like, we acknowledged it. It was nasty, but then I want to acknowledge the character that Kamara is, bro. Why would you even do that in your own box, bro?
Rude.
It's mad.
Like, but you know what's going on. Guys having problems outside of problems in their relationship, problems in their life, so you want to compound that, bro. Go and do that in Liverpool's box if you're bad, bro.
Honestly, it's not nice, bro. It's actually not nice, bro.
But Joey, I was gonna say overall, because I know before a lot of people have been criticizing Slot in terms of not really sure of his best team. Was that one against Villa? Did he get it right?
He went back to Klopp
because he went. Yeah, before Kirkes before was kept starting, then he put Robinson back, and then he sort of had Gravenberch.
Yeah, no, I don't think it's
McAllister, Szoboszlai.
I don't think it's ever been an issue of him not knowing what his best teams like. In terms of who the individual players are, I think he knows exactly what the players are, what they offer. The problem is, again, how do we fit it into a team, and how do we get these guys playing football the way I want them to play? The problem for me with Kirkes is Robertson is a decent player, but Robertson's, we know what you get from Robertson when he's in top form, but Kirkes can't invert like Robertson. Kirkes is kind of link up play and intricate play isn't that good. He's more of an explosive down the wing, whip the ball into the box, and that's not how Liverpool's playing, because we've got Gakpo who kind of like cuts in on the inside, in it. So we need somebody to complement his inversion and cutting into the right foot, trying to get top bins or put into the back post. So there's a bit of a conflict between Kirkes and Gakpo. So for me, Kirkes needs to learn how to play this football so that he can offer both bombing down the wing and both playing inverted, innit? And until then, it's going to take some time, bro. Like again, back in the days when Klopp signed Fabinho, other players, bro. Like, we didn't see Fabinho for like 6 months, bro, because he had to. Not only did he have to get up to the intensity of how Liverpool played with the press, he also had to learn the position and how to play with all the guys around them. For me, that's exactly what Kirkes needs, and that's exactly what Wirtz needs to a certain extent as well. But then you've got an argument from other sides. Shout out Bods. He's of the belief that all these guys should be getting minutes as much as possible because they need to get match fit and match sharp. In the Premier League waits for no one and it takes no prisoners. If you're not up to the sharpness of the game, then you're going to look how Kirkes and Wirtz and Frimpong have been looking, with all due respect.
But so Frimpong and Wirtz, you could argue you could use that theory because they come from different leagues. But Kirkes, he's Premier League. He's primed them ready for the Premier League from his time at Bournemouth, right?
Yeah. But would you? Because his problem, I don't think, is anything to do with the intensity.
No, like, the way he's playing.
Yeah. I feel like, for example, I think a lot of, again, Shrabs, I think you said that we don't deserve Gakpo in our team or something like that. But Liverpool fans in my group, bro, they've every time like we're trying to figure out who to get into the team or how to get Wirtz in the team or Isak in the team, for some reason their default is to say that Gakpo needs to make way for these
Yeah,
guys.
I've seen that even from non-Liverpool fans as well. I really don't understand why Gakpo has become the fallout guy all of a sudden. I don't know why.
But yes, but I think one critique I would say for Gakpo is that he needs to also start playing with an wing back better. Because even Slot alluded to it, like every time like Gakpo's going forward, he doesn't look left, bro. He just inverts right, and his eyes are. He has like a 45-degree view of angle to the right hand side of the pitch. But Kirkes has made a few overlapping runs where it could create something, and then that's why it's like, for example, if Salah had his shooting boots on, we wouldn't be saying nothing about Wirtz. If I'm going to be honest, bro. We might talk about how light he is on the ball and his how much he loses possession. How wasteful he is with possession, should I say? But
you're saying he's created enough chance to have a bit more.
I think he's top in the league in terms of chance created. So like he's created loads of chances, and I think if Gakpo was playing the ball to Kirkes, maybe Kirkes would have created more chances as well. Who knows? But the problem is that even though he's potentially could have created more chances, I've not been as confident in him in his defensive positioning. So now people are starting to question how good was he actually at Bournemouth. I think he was good in terms of a marauding wing back who was making good game-saving challenges and last-ditch challenges and all that stuff. But positioning, I have to question his positioning, but I'm not questioning him and his ability to be in the right position. I'm questioning the instructions coming from Slot on the training ground, and like, is he just treating this guy as somebody who's proven in the Premier League, so you have to come in and slot into the position? Or like, are you actually coaching him on what's required from him, or coaching him to take over from Andy Robertson? That's my question.
Could there be a lot of there could be a lot of reliance on the centre back pairing as well to organise that back line as well? Because when you think about it, if you've got two new fullbacks, and then obviously it's a massive change for the team, let alone just VVD and Konate. So maybe there's a lot of responsibility on them two in organising and getting the back line to perform in the way that they're used to performing, because you've got two new entities that just don't necessarily know what's going on. And obviously Conor Bradley hasn't always been available. So maybe there's that aspect that we don't always put that much weight towards it, but that might actually play a factor. Because when we play the game ourselves, imagine if you're playing and you're used to playing with a back line for a whole season, then all of a sudden half of that back line's not available, and you've got two new people who you're trying to work out how they play. And there's only, you know what I mean? That could you're
making. I'm glad you said it, because if I said it, you lot would say it's an excuse, bro. Because I'm saying I said initially at the start of the season, they're like, this is a squad rebuilding. We're doing a squad rebuild, and it's not gonna gel straight away, but. Obviously, I've said that, and you would just say 400 million spent, no excuses, isn't it? And I'm of that notion. To be fair, my thing is, you spent that money, you've got these guys in, make it happen.
I don't want to hear Robertson, about it, because the thing is, it's not exactly. Exactly, because it's not like you're not making good points, but I think where your point might get rebutted is that you still got the old guard there, where you could and you've also made this point, blood them in and transition them smartly with more tact. And if that's not happening, then you got to ask Slot what's going on.
Yeah, so to answer Dre's question, I do think he knows what the best team is, and I think these guys potentially are the best team, because like Robertson, as much as I like Robertson and as much as I think he creates chances, I know that he's got limited time. So there's a toss-up. There's a toss-up between, or opportunity cost between, do I be comfortable or do I get these guys ready sooner rather than later? And Strives will probably argue that it's better to get these guys ready sooner rather than later, because you spent this money on them and you're rebuilding. In terms of, like, for example, you were saying get rid of Salah and get rid of VVD, keep Trent. That's more in line with getting these guys ready now and kind of letting Robertson deputize and come in and do what he can when needed. But yeah, I'm of the deferring opinion. I think you should let these guys kind of like get their feet in and get comfortable at the club, bro, man. Because even when you watch some of these inside Anfield videos, bro, like, like when you see people are comfortable, like they feel like they're at home. Sometimes you watch Wirtz and you don't feel like I don't feel like he feels like he's at home at the club.
Yeah.
And then I watch Frimpong and I'm like, nah, bruv, you're too comfortable, bruv. I need you to be more than just a class clown because Robertson was the former class clown, but this guy earned his ability to be that guy. I need Frimpong to do the same, bro.
Yeah,
because I was gonna say,
all I know, bro.
Is it? I was gonna say, in terms of the team selection, is this with one eye on the Real Madrid game coming up? A little bit of consistency going into that game, maybe.
Right. So to be fair,
team selection.
I think we're gonna Strauss. I don't know if you remember my predictions, but so far it's coming to exactly what I said. I said Palace loss. I said Villa win, and I said Real Madrid loss. I'm actually that's actually one of the questionable ones. But if I'm going to be honest, beating Real Madrid doesn't actually mean anything in terms of
they're not that good at the minute.
Yeah, where we need to be. Mm-hmm. It'll be good to beat them because it's again, like I said. Sorry, I said
we need right now.
Check. Might be Barcelona.
Yeah, when I said that
they probably are. I think they are.
When I said we need to win our next game, I wasn't actually referring to Real Madrid. I was referring to the next Premier League game, innit? Man City, which is probably the biggest game for us. And it's coming at a very good time, to be completely honest, because it's a perfect test, in my opinion, because they're going to play the way that we want them to play. And they've got an attacker who's in form and banging goals. So that's a great test for our defense, and it's a great test for everybody else in terms of the intensity. And it will give us confidence, much needed confidence to carry on the season. But the Real Madrid, I don't think it matters whether we win or lose that game. Again, because I'm so jaded from the Champions League last season.
I think it matters. I think it matters. I know what you're saying in regards to the Champions League last season, because you're just thinking, okay, in terms of it doesn't matter whether we top the group as long as we qualify. But I think you need to look at it in the way that I used to look at it. I say used to, I still look at it. You know, like when I was annoyed at the lineup that Arsenal put out against Man City a couple of years ago in the FA Cup, because I was like, that could hamper our momentum in the 22.
Yes, I remember that one.
Yeah. So I think when you're going into this Real Madrid game, you can't afford to lose that game or lose that game badly at the very least, because you're going into another blockbuster game against Man City. So I do think
they got Man City, then Nottingham Forest.
Not home as well. Not another Anfield L as well.
No. So what I'll say, I can't see us losing that game. Obviously we can, but in terms of what my predictions will be, I don't think we would lose that game. It's more likely a draw. But why the reason why I say the Real Madrid game isn't that important, because again, the Champions League is not necessarily important in terms of where you go. But I'm kind of looking back to PSG last season as well. So I'm looking at where we finished in the league and how it served us, and how PSG started off the league in order to get to a certain place, because PSG were blooding in new players as well last season, and they were playing a new type of system. And Luis Enrique kind of instilled something completely different to what we saw in the start of the season, where you can say they were playing badly because they were trying to implement a system that they're not used to. Maybe we can apply that to Liverpool. That's what I'd be hoping, man. But that's why I don't think it's that important in terms of winning or losing that game.
It'll be a good game. I'm just looking at the predicted lineups now. It's going to be very, very open. I think it may be won by the goalkeepers, because I think your setup, as good as Van Dijk and Konate are usually, they haven't really been good this season as consistently. I think. So I think Real Madrid will get chances, and obviously with Mbappe, Goulet, Bellingham, that's gonna cause, they're gonna have chances. But same one.
Those guys don't really scare me though. Those guys don't scare me. But Mbappe, but like
I didn't say Vinny Jr. for a reason. Vinny Jr. is
Vinny Jr. scares me more than all the guys you mentioned. Apart from Mbappe, Vinny Jr. scares me more than Jude Bellingham. I think Jude Bellingham's quite easy to play against, especially for a like a Gravenberch or a VVD and them guys.
Yeah,
Mbappe is the trickier guy because he plays off the shoulder, and Arda Güler, maybe he'll be the surprise guy. But that man Stan tomorrow, he's not going to be available for the game, I think.
Marley, what was you saying in terms of the keepers?
I'm saying it's I think it's going to be won by the keepers, really, because obviously you've got Mohamed Diallo, is that you say his name?
I mean,
Yeah.
that's really, yeah.
Yeah, who's obviously not Alisson. Let's start there. And obviously they've got Courtois, who saved them quite a few times in these Champions League nights. But it's
Where was he against Arsenal last season, bro?
He was injured, no?
No, he played, bro.
No, he played.
He
He got injured.
was dusty, bro.
Just wanted to check if you.
Yeah. But yeah, that's how I feel regarding the Real Madrid game. I'm more to be completely honest, bro. I'm just wholeheartedly focused on the Premier League until let's say about January. Once we get back into the Champions League in January, that's when it's crunch time for me. That's when I'll be like focused on the Champions League.
All right, cool. Let's move on. Let's keep it moving. Marley's been patiently waiting. Nottingham Forest 2, Manchester United 2, Man
I love when he
United.
says that. Marley has not been waiting, bro.
United's 3-game winning streak comes to an end. Marley, if I put it to you, what does this result say about United's progress under Ruben Amorim? 2-2 Nottingham Forest.
I'm trying to see what I got from the game. I mean, we looked. In fact, let me not lie, because at halftime of the game, I did put in the Man United groups that we looked more comfortable and more understanding of this system that Ruben wants to play. Whether or not it's the correct system for the ingredients that we have within the squad is one thing. But I will admit that the players look like they're understanding whatever the formation or system is. They're looking a little bit more comfortable in it. Where when he first came, it looked like there was miscommunication. Players didn't know where they needed to be. There was probably pressing when they shouldn't press. What I would say is that when I'm watching Man United now, it looks a little bit more systematic in terms of how they're incorporating it. But again, we're not winning as consistently and as comfortably as I would have liked. We're still obviously conceding chances, and we're still conceding goals. We're higher in the league at the minute. Well, I say higher. We're not far from. I mean, there was a period of time on Saturday when we moved up to second with obviously the win. So we're not far off being in the Champions League spots or the Europa League spots at the minute. Obviously, we don't want to get in the Europa League. We want to shoot for Champions League. So I mean, it's context, right? I mean, we had 2 wins. We was hoping to get another win. We didn't get a win. Fortunately, there isn't the result didn't mean there was a lot of pressure on Ruben's side, because again, I think the goals that we conceded, that happened across the span of 5 or 10 minutes, and there was a couple of mistakes in there again. So there's consistencies within the team that I feel like are easily rectified, hopefully with another window and getting in the right players. But yeah, at the minute, Man United are where they're at. You kind of get what you're given with Man United in the minute. So a draw away from home to Nottingham Forest, who obviously got a new manager in there, in a new manager bounce. Yeah. They've got something to obviously play for and prove to themselves, if not their fans. So it was a tough game. So to come out with a draw, I mean, you've kind of got to be a bit pleased that it's not another L. Do you know what I mean?
And I see that Ruben keeps favouring Diallo.
Yeah.
What's your thoughts on this? Because I know there's been a lot of rife talk when I've been looking at comments online.
There has been, man. I don't want to, because to your point, like obviously when we don't get the results we want, there's always like a scapegoat. There's always has to be one player is the main reason as to why we didn't get the result we wanted to. Delow's Delow in it. Like Delow is going to do what Delow does, and I think if you're playing him at left back, which seems to be something that Ten Hag was doing as well, Ruben seems to give him a go on the left side, which is very, very weird, because it's like reasons for that why we've got a left back that we had in our ranks that's now playing at Real Madrid and scoring bangers. Like it's insane why we keep on doing this square pegs round holes type thing, innit? Like just Just play. You've got like left-sided players there. Like you've got Dorgu on the bench. Dorgu is a better option than having Diallo at on as a left wing back, and that's a fact. You also have Shaw, who can obviously play there as well, and you've got 800 centre backs. Like Shaw doesn't have to play where he's playing.
Yeah, it's true.
Do you know what I mean? Maguire was on the bench, so you do have options whereby Diallo doesn't need to be left wing back and causing issues. And as I said, hopefully with a few more windows, like there's certain elements within this Man United team that are still. I mean, they've always been certain players are scapegoats of criticism. And Diallo is one of them guys that there was too much conversation around when Wan-Bissaka was there. Well, who's the better option? Who should we sell? Who should we keep?
Yeah.
Like for me, like he hasn't established himself as a actual starter as of yet. Still to this day, and we've obviously sold Wan-Bissaka for him. So for me, I'm hoping that the decision makers decide that he's one of the players that potentially needs to bounce. Because unless he's a squad player consistently, then he shouldn't be at the club. Because I don't like when I see Diallo starting on I'll be honest, and that's where I stand with him. But he's a good pro. Like he's a good certain players are good to have. Good to have around the club. So it seems like he's a good player to have around the club because he's got the right work ethic. Blah blah blah. But yeah, not as a starter. That's my thing. You know what I mean?
And we've seen in other games that obviously Sesko has been dropped and he puts more like Kuna, like more focal point out front. Does he need to just hammer down what he wants to do, or is it just game by game in terms of what he wants to do with these players?
Yeah, no, do you know what? I like Sesko in the first half. He went a bit missing in the second half.
Yeah.
But I think he just for him it's a case of he needs to calm down a little bit. I think he's trying to impress a little bit too much, because there was a chance where he should have been 1-on-1, but his first touch let him down. There was another chance as well where I feel like he could have done a little bit better. And obviously, like he's kind of in his grace period where he's saving himself from harsh criticism at the minute, because it's obviously his early days in the team. But it's going to get pretty aggressive pretty soon if he doesn't start looking a bit better in his performance, or like getting those scruffy Gyökeres goals off of his shin. You know what I mean?
Fair enough. Yeah, no, he needs to get those goals in his locker.
Good. That's for sure. He didn't bite. He's mature. Okay, all right. He's mature. All right.
How has Lemons been in goal for you? Has he been a bit of breath of fresh air, or?
Do you know with Lemons? As I said, like we haven't got a world-class goalkeeper at the minute, as far as I can tell. But Lemons is clearly better than Onana. Like Onana and Brennan Deer. Like, let me not just say Onana, but better than both of them, because he's just a little bit more calmer. Simple things that you would expect a goalkeeper to deal with, like some crosses. I don't expect him to get all the crosses, but some crosses you expect your goalkeeper to come and be a bit commanding in the area, and how you speak to your players around you, and how you set up your defense from the back. Like Lemens just looks like he has a little bit more security when he's in the six as compared to the rest of the guys. So with that all said, we will be in a way better position come at the end of the season, because we've got Lemons in the goal than we did with Nana, because Nana was letting in absolute clangers. Like I was watching the game last season where I think we drew against Nottingham Forest, and clanger after clanger. Like whenever you did, like if you look at our goals conceded last season, just like I promise you, 75% of them are clangers. Like from a goalkeeper perspective, like they're clangers. So it's good that we haven't got that to worry about anymore. Like Lemons is not gonna. I don't know if he's gonna do like, the De Gea's the mad De Gea saves where De Gea has no right to keep Man United in the game. I don't know if he's that guy, but he's better than what we've had to watch. So yeah, man.
I was gonna say, in terms of obviously players on the bench not getting much game time.
Anana's doing his thing in Turkey though.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm happy for him. I'm really happy.
I'm seeing headlines like never makes a mistake and Anana
seen it.
But
saves the point.
that's Turkey, bro.
Yeah,
That's
like
Turkey for you.
I've seen it. I've seen
uh,
it. Remember, Brendan Deere was the same. He come from Turkey, bro. Like,
Yeah.
so that might be Onana's level. I want because I've seen the same headlines, and I'm like, I'm
he
not
was a
even.
Champions League final goalkeeper and was making crazy saves as well. Like that, they literally he became this version of Anana at United. No shade, but
100%.
Premier League
I'm
is
happy
different
for him.
beast, man.
I'm happy for him. Like I'm seeing guys go outside of Man United and really shining. Rashford, obviously, I've been a massive Rashford fan for God knows how long. But
Rashford
I'm
is
not
shining.
I'm not surprised at what Rashford is doing. But obviously, you've got Antony as well, who's scoring bangers for Real Betis, scoring
it's true.
braces on the weekend. So like it's
Oh, is
gone out to a
Anthony
spot.
back at Real Betis? I've actually never.
Yeah.
I actually forgot Anthony existed. So he went back there. Yeah. What is he
Yeah,
permanent?
He's
Or was it alone?
perm now. Yeah, he scored
Oh,
2
God.
goals at the weekend, 2 decent goals. So yeah, man. People, listen. If you leave and go to Man United, I've got no beef with you, bruv. Like, go and do your thing in it. As soon as you're out of the club, like no more beef. No more beef. I just want the best for my club in it, and certain guys
But when
need
you
to
see
leave.
them man doing their thing though, isn't a part of you thinking why didn't you just like or maybe we were too eager to get rid of them? Could there have been a redemption story? Because Anthony went to Real Betis and he turned the corner. Could he not have come back to United and just worked his way back into the team? Rashford isn't a dead player. You can't be dead and doing what you're doing for Barcelona. That goal he scored at Barcelona was sick. So
Yeah.
like, couldn't he have like? Surely you can come. We've seen Rashford do it in the Premier League. So is there not like a case where you sometimes think, yo, guys, is it an application thing? Like, are you just not applying yourself at Manchester United? Could you guys have, or are you just genuinely just happy to see the back of them paws? But because you're like,
not always, because I'd say obviously Rashford is a good point. I feel like Rashford, what he's doing at Barcelona, I mean, I've consistently seen it at Man United, consistently. But with Man United, he is a player that was very, very unfortunate with in terms of like his luck wise. Because like, let's say for instance last season, like he was still doing the same things in terms of like for Barcelona, he's got quite a few assists, he's got a few goals. He's scoring more goals at the minute than he was at Man United. But last season he was getting assists for Man United as well. But because he's not scoring, and because Man United obviously have this legacy opinion, England have this legacy opinion of what Marcus Rashford is. It's difficult to them turn the tide. In Spain, it's like a new leaf, like a new leaf of life for him. Like I'm seeing Barcelona like tweeting him like 5 times when they're playing in a day, bro. I'm like, wow, this is the love that he probably he needed at Manchester United, and he wasn't going to get in Man United, and England. He may have got it at Man United, but he definitely wasn't going to get it in England. He's getting it from La Liga, Barcelona, and Spanish fans. So they rate him over there, innit? Players like Antony.
Maybe it was United's job to recognize that, because I think I've been on a podcast alongside you speaking towards like Rashford's not dead. Like I think Drayman rubbed out Rashford for whatever reason, but I think I was alongside you, and I'm like, I don't think Rashford's rubbed out for United, but isn't that Manchester United's job to obviously I know this isn't about Rashford, he's a Barcelona player now, but the only reason why I'm asking, I'm just like, how could you not have spotted like you've got something there, like because
because it may not have a bad habit. Obviously, I've mentioned Caceres as well for Real Madrid. That one when it was happening, it didn't make any sense to me, because the guy went to Preston on loan. He was in the Championship. He got their Player of the Season in that year. We get him back from loan. We play him a couple of games in pre-season, and then someone gets injured. Let's just say, I can't remember who someone gets it. Obviously Shaw gets injured. And we don't have a left back other than Caceres. Caceres still doesn't play, and then we go and buy Malacia. It makes no sense to me. And it's obviously we can blame Ten Hag as much as we want, but I feel like the club in some instances they should know that you've got certain assets. You're probably ill-advised to let him leave, because we let him leave. He then goes to Benfica. He's doing all right at Benfica. We have a £60 million buyback, and we go and buy Dorgu for 30 million. Like, come on, like, what we doing here, innit? Like, so
Maybe he didn't want to come back.
No, but
After
yeah,
the way he
true.
was treated.
no, but maybe, but
Maybe.
I don't think that was the case. I'll be honest. I don't think that was the case. So anyway, I say that to say, Man United and the decisions that they make for God knows how long haven't made any sense. Like, obviously, this is going to be this is going to be a controversial one, but you see what the boy Mason's doing over in Marseille.
Your hands were tied though. Your hands were tied there. What could United have done? Like, even us on a podcast that we're not mainstream by any stretch of the imagination, but you put out some content regarding that, and your comments regarding basically Greenwood, bro. Like, bro, you got some clapbacks from that, bro. So imagine at the level Manchester United are at, bro. It was their position was untenable, bro.
But I feel like, as I said, it's controversial. You kind of have to you kind of have to go through the storm because my thing is, like, they did a soft launch to put him back in the team, like, so they had every intention of putting him back in the team, but obviously the backlash that they had from whoever it was, they decided that, all right, it's probably better for the business, which I completely understand, but get your money, bro. Like, get your money for the like.
But then you got to think about it. Was it better for the business? Because it's better for the business. Okay, a bit of PR that it blows over after a while, or it's better for the business. A player that will win you stuff could potentially bring in more money for the club. You know,
it's better. It's better for the business, but I don't. It's like, there's two things. There's business, and then there's obviously the football achievement.
Yeah, but football is
the
the business.
That wasn't even that. I think it was women's football as well.
If you're winning on the pitch, business is going to be here.
Yeah, but remember you're talking about Man United here, where the business is already here. So it's like there's only a certain amount you can gain from the footballing side, and obviously they decided from a business standpoint it doesn't make sense, which I completely understand. I'm just saying, like, like, have something in. Do you know what I mean? We went through.
How would you feel?
I think he will come back to the
his father-in-law's forgiving him. He's had babies with the lady now. It's like everyone might just be like, yeah, he's a wrong un, or he's an alleged wrong un.
He was a wrong un.
Or he was a wrong un,
and he's been
allegedly, because nothing was proven. But at the same time, all we can see that we know as fact now that is they stay together. They built a family together, and the father-in-law defended him. So eventually, his football's going to have to do the talking. And if his football talks loudly and talks well, he's back. And that could be United. That could have been a United. That's it.
I don't know.
I don't know how I feel, but I don't know how. You say it, but you're not having it.
I think in any walk of life, like I think any walk of life, if you're absolutely exceptional at your job, whether you like it or not, that person is allowed to do whatever hell they want in most cases. Like it,
there's loads of cases.
And I'm not. Let me say, I don't agree with what Mason's agreement done. Let's just preface that.
No, I know
that's
exactly
important.
What you mean.
That's
people
important.
worship celebrities in this life. It's just how it is.
Exactly.
And we're rational minded to know that there's cause and effect, there's consequences. We know that. I get that, but for the purpose of conversation, I know exactly what you're saying. Even when you talk about, like, the stuff that's happening in today's, like, day and age.
Donald Trump, bruv. Donald Trump is a very clean example of that.
Exactly. So I don't know. So to your point, could he come to back to the Premier League? I think he would. I think he would. I think when you are scoring at the rate he's scoring at Marseille, I think, like, a lot of teams will just be like, because it's already happened now, bro. Is that Marseille? And he was at who was it? Was it Amara? Girona.
Girona,
yeah. Girona was that?
Yeah.
Yeah, so he's been.
Getafe.
I thought it was Getafe. Yeah, so he's been at two decent like clubs in their top leagues, and bro, he's cracking on, bro. Like he's cracking on. So I say that to say, if he continues to score at the rate he's scoring, I feel like a Premier League team will take a punt at him. Who will do it though? That's another thing. I don't know what. Chelsea seem like a kind of club that will take a chance.
Sell on value,
likely.
innit?
Yeah.
Sell on value, yeah.
Yeah,
For sure.
Just a quick correct. You said that Rashford got a few assists last season.
How many do you get?
I think you got 1 in the Premier League and 2 in Europa League, I think.
Okay, let me double check that.
Okay, yeah. Thing is, for me, Rashford, I don't know. Just not that I didn't like Rashford. I just for the position he was playing, he just for me just running out of ideas. Rather than because obviously he's not one of them players that just got pace. He's got a bit of skill as well, but I don't know. He almost felt like he needed to use his pace all the time to get himself out of trouble. It was just I don't know. I don't know what was going on in the end because obviously he started when Ruben came and he was all like enthusiastic. So I don't really know whether it was the club out in him more than the manager as well. So
yeah, no, Jules. So for Man United, for the season he got 20 GNA.
20 assists.
20 GNA. So 9 assists, 11 goals.
Was that at United or?
That's in season 41 games.
Yeah, that's decent still.
So
cool.
yeah,
yeah. So obviously we drew that game overall. Probably not the worst result. I would say, Marley. Diallo had scored a banger. Nearly scored at the end again. Are they going with good stead into the Tottenham game? Because that's probably going to be a big game now as well.
Yeah, I mean, do you know what it is? It's like if the Tottenham showed up to Chelsea, we would win. But you already know how it is when teams play us. Like there's a scalp to be had in it. Like so they will play like they'll play like Spurs under Poch, bruv. They'll play lit. they're gonna play lit. So it's gonna be a difficult game. But
I don't know if Frank has lost the dressing room though. Because did you see some of the Tottenham players when they came off?
Yeah, I saw that. But the thing is, do you know what it is? It's like I don't buy into all this, like, because the media paint a narrative in it, like, because we know, like, controversy sells newspapers, bro, pretty much, bro. So I don't really buy into it, bro, because I know what it was like when I was playing football, bro. When you lose a game, bro, you don't want to chat, bro. If it's an important game, you don't really want to have a conversation. You're just pissed, bro. You're having a conversation on the pitch, bro. Like, bro, you're gonna. It's similar to Gay with Glasner. You'll see me in the locker room, bruv. Like, do you know why you got to talk to me now, bruv? Like,
but the difference between you and them, though, they're meant to be consummate professionals, bro, getting paid loads of money. They know they know that they've got a public image to uphold. They don't even talk to players, and they don't even allow you to lip read now. They cover their mouths and stuff. So to outright show like petulance and defiance, I feel like it might breed a story.
No, but what's his face is come out. So the manager has come out. Frank, has come out today and said that they went to his office and apologized because they didn't. The way it looked on TV, we can understand that we brought unnecessary flat to you. So if you're doing that, it's solved, isn't it? And it's like, but I just don't think there's anything. I don't think it's a big deal. I think when people watch it on TV and they see the stills and they see it without sounds, it always looks worse, bro. But like, 100%. Like, bro, if you've actually lived life and you've played sports, you've been out, like you kind of know human interactions kind of thing. And then like what I saw, it wasn't that deep, and I wouldn't have been offended from it. Like I would be. Do you know what it is you get more offended when people start asking you questions about it because it's like then you have to defend it. Like, do you know what I mean?
In the moment, you're just like, oh, they're just dickheads, man.
Yeah, exactly. You move on, you crack on, you crack on
for sure.
But yeah, it's gonna be a tough game. Game.
All right, cool. Let's just round up some of the other results. Obviously, we spoke about Spurs. They lost 1-0 to Chelsea. I think Chelsea probably needed that win more than Spurs. Overall, probably the unhappiest Chelsea player I can see at the moment is Garnacho. Whenever he seems to score, they seem to lose. So that's probably a good omen for them. And then in other games as well, obviously.
Dre's not like me. I don't care about Garnacho anymore.
Did I have to do this roundup, bro?
In other games, obviously, Palace won 2-0 against Brentford. Another good win. for the Palace boys, onwards and upwards for them. Really, I mean, they had a little blip, but then they seem to come back. So they're doing well.
Yeah, I suppose when you say the blip, you're talking about the European game and then Arsenal.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, when Arsenal's like guaranteed L for teams now. So
and then obviously Man City beating Bournemouth 3-1. Haaland back scoring among the goals again. Shirky had an amazing game.
I think it's interesting that there isn't no discourse about like on the mainstream media though about Haaland just obviously single-handedly putting Manchester City into the title race, like, because when it was Arsenal, we're just seeing bare like, without set pieces, we'd be 17th. All right, so what would happen without Haaland? Don't you think it's interesting that we're not seeing nothing on Sky, not 90mins.com? Yeah,
I posted the Sky article today though.
Or planetfootball.co.uk from 2022.
You know what it is? If your Yokeres was scoring all your goals, and you was like legit scoring all your goals, no one would say anything. Everyone would just say Yokeres is a bad boy.
100%.
Yeah,
but Yokeres is a bad boy, but they'll be like, without Yokeres, this team would be nothing. And if he gets injured, there'd be something. There'd be a spin.
They would.
Yeah, I'm just thinking. All I'm saying is, I just want some parity.
Yeah, but it happened in Man City. So Strive, I think maybe we were talking past each other today. You were definitely wrong, but essentially you said if it was that, it would be that case. So I posted articles from 2023 when they said that when Haaland was banging all their goals, the article said Haaland is scoring a large percentage of their goals. Here's a league table of where Man City would be if Haaland wasn't scoring their goals. Then you said today. Then I posted a Sky Sports article about Haaland scoring all their goals, bro.
Sky Sports did something today.
Yeah, they did something. I posted it in the group, bro. So that's what I'm saying.
Because you were blacklisted.
Yeah, no, that's fair. But it still lends to the point that there's a victimhood that goes around, bro. Last week when I mentioned that there's a conversation about Arsenal set piece, potentially them being reliant on set piece is an issue, bro. You nearly, if your hand could go through the screen, you would have boxed me up, bro. Because why are we talking about Arsenal? They're top of the league, bro. We're allowed to talk about top of the league and how
we can talk about all that. And it wasn't that. I think it was a case that you didn't give me the opportunity to actually give you the response that you asked the question to. But we can talk about it. I don't mind talking about it. Like, for instance, we can score set pieces until the end of the season. You see, if we win, you think I care? You see, last season when I was saying to you guys that, the Premier League was weaker and Liverpool won it, did you care? When you won the Premier League and I called it a COVID league, did you care? Bro, no. Do you think I would care? I don't give a toss, bro. So
why do you want them to write articles about Man City?
No, because you know what it is. It's because remember I've been on the pod, talking about how Arsenal are the most hated team in the country, and I think Marley Marr said no.
For good reason.
I don't think it is for good reason.
you know. I don't think the fact that alone is good reason for the whole country.
No, honestly,
Strives and Co.
You guys are just whatever. But I genuinely, I personally believe I'm quite balanced outside of this group chat without being triggered here. I think I'm quite balanced. All I'm trying to say is I don't understand how the country or the media can be so shameless with the bias. That's all. It's like, it's crazy. Like, okay, Marley Marr asked a question in the group, completely unrelated. He says, don't you think it's weird that Prince Andrew has been stripped of titles and there's not enough being spoken about it? And I'm like, well, I don't think it's weird. No, because this is what the media does. Like, they show us what they want to show. So when I'm saying, don't you guys think it's weird? I know what Arsenal do. I know what they do to Arsenal. So I'm not asking you to be like, I actually want them. I know it's not going to happen, but it's more so to prove a point. Like, this wasn't a violin moment when I was saying that genuinely Arsenal are treated differently in this country by the media. That's all that was about. So when you're showing me articles,
I disproved it though.
No, but you didn't disprove it because, bro, an article, unless you've shown me an article like you did, and I still didn't read it because you were blacklisted. But let's say I did click on it and I read it. How am I gonna know? Whereas all I have to do is just put my TV on, and I'm looking for. I might be, because of the last channel might have been Sky Sports News or something. I'm now trying to look for BBC News to see what the general world media is. Before I can get to that, I'm seeing a massive feature on how Arsenal should be 17th without set pieces. I'm like, hold on, how do we get here, bro? We just won.
Do
Why
you
are you
think maybe
focusing
you've
on
got an
that?
Arsenal bias though? Maybe like because you're an Arsenal fan, you see when Arsenal's being a thingy. Because
Of
like
course,
again,
that's natural.
you posted that collage of the Arsenal criticism and people asking about the Man City one, but then Man City fans probably because they're winning, they're not going to be focusing on those things. You have to combine the fact that you have an Arsenal bias. Arsenal haven't been winning, so you're going to be more sensitive to those things. The same thing happens for Liverpool. The same thing happens for Man City. But when
The same
you're
thing happened for Liverpool, but then there was articles written in your favour celebrating your set pieces, celebrating how difficult you were to beat. And
what do you mean?
bro, like last week there were examples of the
You
same
think there's no
reporter
article celebrating the
for the
Arsenal set
same
pieces?
media. No,
Are you
but not
saying
by
there's
the
no
same
articles?
person.
What do you mean?
Okay, so Joey, imagine, let's say you was because I can't remember the guy's name, so I'm just going to use you as the example.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
let's say 5 years ago, you wrote a piece on how dope it is that Liverpool are leading the set piece,
Yes.
the set piece league, and how this is the makings of champions. And then 5 years later, the same Joey Nomadic is saying,
Yeah.
this team is a disgrace for relying on set pieces, and this isn't the mark of champions. You're gonna think, hold on a bloody second, why was it good for Liverpool? But no, it weren't Carragher. It was genuinely Carragher's done some things as well, but it was genuinely a report. I think it was for the Athletic or something. I can't remember exactly. But so it's like, how can you? Like, it just for me, it's just like this is crazy. Like, and this person has been put in such a position to report on football, and he reports for a widespread media outlet that we all look to. And this is the guy that's perpetuating the narratives here, where he can say that the same thing that was great for Liverpool is poisonous for Arsenal. As an Arsenal fan, I might be more prone to it, and I might be more biased as an Arsenal fan. But when you see those direct examples.
Every club has,
do you think that what is that hypocritical?
I say every club. Man United and Arsenal definitely have their haters, bro.
I agree with you, Man United and Arsenal.
Every club
I don't know if Liverpool. I don't think Liverpool make the grade like that, buddy.
They do. Stravs, what are you labeling that guy who changed his tone for two different clubs? What are you labeling? Is that like a hater? Is it hypocritical?
I don't know. Like, I feel like there's a bias towards like northern clubs. Like, and I know that might obviously contradict what Marley Mar's saying, because I'll say Liverpool, Man United are grouped in that same thing. But where Manchester United were like the only successful team in England once upon a time, you know, like when you're always winning, you become hated. So that's probably what happened with United. Now United are in the mud. Now United are going to start getting like the favourable media, like with Liverpool. Liverpool was there, like, you guys were successful, don't get me wrong, but there was a period when you weren't. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's just like, you know. So now I don't know what it is with Arsenal. I don't know why people just hate Arsenal. I couldn't tell you the reason why.
You brought up, is he being a hypocrite? Is he being a hypocrite? Are you saying the example you brought up?
Of course he's being a hypocrite.
Are journalists allowed to? Do you think that journalists should be consistent for the rest of their lives in terms of what they report on? Because Arsenal might not be the only club that he's done that for. But again, because you're an Arsenal fan and you've got your thing. My point is, you don't have a victimhood, bro. Why is that guy making a collage, about articles being written about Arsenal when you're top of the league, bro? You know how many inconsistencies and hypocritical things have been said about Man United, Man City, Liverpool, bro. But we're not making collages and we're not complaining, bro, because we're not.
Everyone gets it. Everyone gets it. Everyone gets it.
Let me bring it close to home, J-Man.
It's a lack of glory. If you have glory, you're not even seeing these things, bro. You don't see
Joey,
these things.
I'll bring it closer to home, yeah. So I've been speaking to a former guest of the show, Tech Fresh. He's a Liverpool fan. We all know him. Marley Mar, you know him. J-Man, you know him. Joey, you know him. Tech Fresh is always saying to me, why won't you say you're going to win the league? I'm like, excuse me? What do you mean, why won't I say we're going to win the league? Funny enough, yeah, a year ago today exactly. You know why I know it was a year ago today exactly that he was on this podcast? Because I remember where I was celebrating the babe's birthday. And I remember being away and he was the guest. And I remember I wasn't going to be on the show, but he was like, nah, I need you on the show. It's literally a year ago today. And on that episode, I was questioning Tech Fresh and Joey Nomadic. I said, are Liverpool going to win the title? Because I was calling it from October and it was in the 1st of November. And they're like, no, you can't say that. You can't say that. This same Tech Fresh, it's only 365 days. He's now saying and alleging that Arsenal fans are cowards and we should be saying that we're going to win the league title after just 9 or 10 games played. But he was the same fan that was unwilling to do it when Liverpool was in that position. So what I'm trying to say is you might be making
Wait, the
that
same
point.
thing has happened today, bro. You asked me that question last season, and then I'll ask you this question, and you're doing reluctance of Arteta, blah blah blah. Arteta, you either say yes or no, bro. So you're now jumping on Tech Fresh for doing what this guy has done, the journalist has done. My point is that people do that.
No,
That's
but
why
the difference with me, I'm consistent, because the thing is, if I'm saying something different to what I was saying 3 months ago, hold me to that. But Tech Fresh has given himself the grace to be like, nah, it's too early to call it. But Tech Fresh has got a dagger out and saying it's calling me all kinds of names that I can't repeat on this pod. Otherwise, if we were being monetized, we wouldn't be able to be monetized. The names he's calling me, because I'm saying that it's impossible for me to declare we're going to win the Premier League right now. How can I declare that at this point? But when it was him, so all I'm trying to say is, I just feel like when it comes to Arsenal,
you didn't. The difference is that you didn't call him a coward. Or you didn't put pressure on him.
No.
Because you did. You definitely called me a coward, and you called me loads of names when I didn't say the answer, bro. So I think you're being
just holding you to the same standard.
Based on what you guys preach. All I'm trying to say is the standard for Arsenal seems to be different. So why is it when it was for yourselves, you guys are allowed to be okay? Let's wait and see. When it's for Arsenal.
Now I was gonna say Tech Fresh is like the Sun, and you're like the Daily Mail. You don't know who to believe, man. It's just
come on, man. I've got way more integrity. I've got way more integrity, bro.
You did the same thing that you're accusing Tech Fresh of doing, bro.
Yeah.
When I asked you, bro, you didn't answer, and I didn't answer as well at the time, bro.
Bro, I told you, that if my only thing that stops me from alleging that Arsenal's gonna win the league is
bro. What are you talking about?
I've given you an answer with context and nuance. You didn't even give me that.
I didn't ask for that, bro. I asked for yes or no, bro.
Are you in the league or not?
You and that journalist that you.
This is why you're a disgusting character. This is why you're a disgusting character, because I've given you more than you gave me. Because I gave you more than you gave me.
I didn't ask for what you gave me. Give me what I asked for, bro. You didn't want to do that, so that
you're gonna get out of him, so it's fine.
No, it's not. But I need the viewers to see that what kind of animal that I'm talking to, bro. What kind of savage beast I'm conversing with.
Funny stuff I've said on this podcast as Marley Mar laughed one. This is what I'm trying to say. There's a conspiracy against Arsenal everywhere.
Anyway, let's wrap this, man, because I know everyone's so let's wrap this. Let's just go around and quickly do our back pages. It can be a club, a player. It doesn't have to be football. It can be from any sport that we feel has trumped this weekend in the sports world. So let's start with you, Marley Mar.
Damn. Sorry, I didn't even thought. Can you come back to me?
Come back to you, Joey.
Special mention to Strives, who said without Gravenberch we're going to be rubbish, and obviously, and special mention to Strauss, who said, well, I don't know what else Gravenberch can add to his game, bro. He's adding goals, baby. He's adding goals to his game. So shout out Gravenberch, bro, man. Like, set a 53rd goal in the season, bro. Like 3 more goals than he scored last season, bro. I think so. Yeah, man, that's my guy.
Sick. Strives.
Mine's gonna go to. I think mine's gonna go to Granit Xhaka. You know, Granit Xhaka. I think he's scored his first goal since May 2023. Tonight, as we're recording, obviously, when you guys listen to this podcast, it'll be the day afterwards. Sunderland just drew with Everton, and yeah, man, Granit Xhaka. Yeah, man, he's a proper captain, man. We've spoken about him earlier on a podcast. I won't labour the point, but yeah, man, he gets my back pages. And honourable mention to Bouncer from Play Dirty, bruv. He's been killing the internet. really killing the internet at the moment, bruv.
You shut down the shade room, yeah? The shade bar.
Really trying to shut down the shade bar. The funniest thing is, I don't even agree with him, bruv. The clues in the name is called Shade Bar, bruv. They're here to throw shade, but he seems to have a problem with it. But I like the entertainment either way.
Fair. Marley, you found anyone yet?
Yeah, I'm gonna go for easy. I'm gonna go Haaland. Yeah, Haaland's on a tear at the minute, so that's an easy one when you can't even think of a name. So Haaland it is.
Yeah. I'm gonna give mine to Nuno for West Ham because they beat Newcastle, especially when they're down in the dumps. I think that was a great win against Newcastle. I don't think anyone expected that. So
Yeah, man. I even had Walter Marday as my captain on the Sun Dream Team, bruv, man.
Yeah,
Like,
same.
Right,
when-
he didn't play now, or he came off as a sub.
I think 45 minutes or something like that,
Yeah,
man. I was cussing Newcastle and cussing De La Strada. Oh, hold tight, De La Strada as well. I don't know where he is today, but yeah, big you up wherever you are, bro.
All right, cool.
Newcastle.
I think that's why he didn't want to come on. Apparently, that's what I heard anyway. 'Cause Newcastle got packed in. But yeah, this has been another enthralling episode of Podcast Pundits. Remember to give us a like, give us a comment, give us a follow on @podcastpundits_ on Instagram and on X, and @podcastpundits on TikTok. But yeah, we'll be back at the same time, same place next week. We out.